Okay. I know what I'm trying to do. It's just figuring out how to do it. Having to self-teach. I should be able to blow this chat window up, I would think. Because I don't need the pop-out chat. That's what I'm looking for. Boom. Okay. Hmm. Mm-mm. Ah, okay. I'm not there yet. What'd I do in my chat window? Jesus. Yeah, that. There has to be a way I can blow this up, right? Because there ain't no way I can read this. It's all too small. Yeah, my glasses are good, but they're not good enough to read the chat from that distance. Oh, shit. There's got to be a way to set this up and change that. Okay, what I want to do is open this and then do that. And that's what I'm looking for right there. All right, we're going to mute the mic and do a sound check. All right, sound check was good. Tractor can come up some. All right, sound check was good. Tractor can come up some. Be so much better if I had somebody checking this out. Be so much better if I had somebody checking this out. So much better if I had somebody. feedback. Cut that volume back. Let's see. There we go. How do I send a link to this? Let's see. See if I can get bright. All right. Let's see. Let's get that chat window back open. There's that. And I want to go plus again. Yes, that's pretty good. I can read that. So I got the chat set up where I can read it. I'm in headset mode now. Let's see. Reset the phone. Ah, it's wrong. Let's see. Down. Let's go 90% on that. Oh, I was sitting here without it running. Alright, now let's do a sound check. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Gotta find my volume key. Check 1, check 2, check 3. Volume for interior works good. Here's the volume for exterior. Volume for interior works good. Here's the volume for exterior. Sounds like it's coming through on my end good. Volume for interior works good. Here's the volume for exterior. Sounds like it's coming through on my end good. Yeah, I cut that volume down before I start getting fucking feedback. Always forget where the volume button function up one. There we go. All right. And I'm going to be doing some spraying on 68. I don't know if that's an Nerf herbicide for that field or not, but that is okay because I believe I have a little bit down here at my farm. Yeah, those are herbicide. Boom, 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 boom. I got commercials in my ear. My radio station's conked out in my earbuds. I hate commercials. Where'd I say I was going again? $68. $68! Okay, got it. Let's step this back up to ×5. I cut my time back just a little bit there. This is day 1 of my post-patch start from scratch. We've bought a little bit of land where the starting farm usually is. And I got my mobile home. And I'm out here doing contract work for other farmers. Wrong button. I wish I could remap those. I'd map them, flip them. This is the field we're going to be doing. Now let's go ahead and cut in on the inside of that sign. I got a feeling we're going to need about right here. I haven't used this before, so I'm not really certain how big the boom is. Let's go ahead and unfold this bad boy and... Oh, okay, I see. I was wondering, I thought I hit the wrong button there for a second. The wheels move out first. Oh, it looks like I almost couldn't do that any better. Let's jump out and go over here and check, see what we're looking at. That'll work. A little overhang, but not a lot. Ah, the grievances of a console player. So we're what? That's too many rows to count. Let's go out of cab. Get you a better view of what it looks like. Gonna adjust. We got any adjustment on this boom? Oh, yeah, it moved quick. There you go. Well, let's give it just a little bit of breathing room for any undulations. Shout out. Pop it back and drive and go to town. Okay, well, that's a thing. It just cut off. Back up. Alright, now I think we're good to go. Sprays at about 15, 16 miles an hour. Let's dial this back just a hair. We'll say 14 and set the cruise. Looks like we're all the way out to the end, but that's one of those things. Looks like we're overhanging quite a bit. Try to give us a headland down here. We might end up... No, we'll go run it long ways. Yeah, close enough. Ooh, overhanging a lot. Bad farmer. Wasting herbicide. Oh, we're so back crooked. What are we looking at? Close enough. Get rid of those blinkers and flashers and stuff, man. Good God, enough to drive a man to light a cigarette. Alright, dude. Let's put this bad boy on and go to the other end. Beautiful day here. Beautiful day. Look how clear it is. Oh, a little too fast coming out of that curve. Turn it off. Line it back up. I'm not mistaken, about right there should be good. Alright, now if you look out there you can see dead weeds, right? Alright, let's back up. Let's find our next position. Console players do not have GPS. So we have to old school farm. There's our weeds. You see them out there. We got plenty of room here for a headroom or headland. So we got plenty of room to do what we need to do. We're sort of guesstimating boomer width here. It's hard to see. Let's get out and eyeball it and see what we're looking like. Yeah, as you can see, our boom is hanging over just a little bit, because there's dead weeds, there's live ones. But yeah, you gotta eyeball it. And this here looks like we're lined up. We've got a row in front of us lined up with the center of our hood. So we turn the cruise on, hit the sprayer button, and voila, we're heading north. Run this field north and south, because that's the long rows. Just trying to maintain that row on the hood. Keeps us sort of lined up. These crops here are so much easier than having to do things like cotton or corn, sunflower. Any of the real bunchy crops and tall crops are real hard to do. And then right there's our cutoff. And we swing out here. Nice gentle swing, and I don't think I came far enough, to be honest with you. No, I didn't swing far enough. Because, as you can tell, right there, well, said it was. I may have swung far enough. That'll work. Oh, okay. I didn't think I swung far enough. Good deal. Way to go, Red. Self high five. That's a throwback to the 90s for all you youngsters. Hitting it out of the park. I'm hoping we finish this up before dark. I think we will. It's August. I don't have the time memorized, so not sure what time it starts getting dark. We're keeping our eyes open on our weeds out there, looking for when our cutoff is down here. And right there it was. Now this time we're going to do it without stopping, and then we'll get up here to the other end, check the map, see how bad I was off. I don't expect anybody to come in chat this time. You gotta start somewhere though. I ran that out a little too close to the end. Let's check the map and see what that looked like. I forget, I don't have a joystick on my thing. I had to pick the controller up to do this part. No. Sometime today, people. We looks like we cut it off just a hair too quick at the top and the bottom on the last row. Okay. I think we're still going to be good to complete the contract, though. This last pass. If nothing else, we came out here and wasted a little herbicide. Contract's complete, but as realism dictates, I gotta try to do as good a job as I can for this guy, so I finish it out to the end of this row. Cut her off and fold her up. Alright, let's head back up to the farm, dump off our excess herbicide. Beacon on. Four-ways on. And we're trucking. And we're going to hit the shoulder right here. I just thought of something. Hold on a second. Back this thing down. Put her in neutral. Oh, it won't let me flip from neutral to drive or anything in this one. Oh. What about the gear shift? No, it's not. Okay. Alright. Just got to thinking. Let's check, see if another spraying one has popped up. No spraying contracts. Looks like we'll probably be doing some plowing going into the night. 31, that's up there above the shop, I believe, right? Oh yeah, that's pretty good, decent size field too. What's the equipment? I'm not beyond doing some plowing. New Holland. What about this one? What about this one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're good. See if we can get a view of the road in the mirror before we kick out there on it. Home sweet movable home. And most of the time these things unload off the right side. So I'm gonna pull this up right here in front of my barn. And unload. And then head on back up to the shop. Now my fields were already planted when I started this game on Start From Scratch. So I know I got corn in one. I believe I have sugar beets in another, and the third field I'm not really aware of what's in that field at all. I noticed they had weeds in them, but they looked like they had already been sprayed because the weeds looked dead. So that was pretty nice running that equipment. I enjoyed that thoroughly. That gave us another 10 grand. Let's see. That contract there for baling, I love doing baling. And I am so tempted, but I don't know what type of baler it is. And that makes a lot of difference. I'm assuming it's going to be round bells. Okay, let's see if we got any deals. Oh man, they want me to buy a Valtra bad. That's not really what I wanna. I don't want to go that route right now. I mean, I got the money for the Valtra. I just don't want to go that route. And I believe I am probably going to invest, most likely, in this Anderson Bell trailer. It's 50 grand right off the bat. But figure I'd give it a look at. Oh, hey, is that Brian? Oh, I got to remember there's a 30-second fucking delay between the broadcast and this crap. Sitting here trying to get everything tuned. I think I've got my chat windows set up where I can read it pretty decent. You gotta remember I'm an old man and I'm blind. Okay, man. I appreciate you stopping by. How's the sound on your end? Let me get some noise going in here. I know the voice should be all right as long as a tractor isn't going. Let's see. Quickest way to get a tractor here is to take the contract. Do I want a pain in the ass or a pain in the ass? Well, when in doubt, go with a pain in the ass. So we'll borrow the items for this contract. I'm gonna regret it. Alright. Alright, now, is the vocal still there above the tractor? Or is the tractor way too loud? Because exterior, the tractor's a whole lot louder than it is on the interior. Which most of my stuff's done from the inside anyway, but I occasionally give people what they like and shoot it from the outside. Cool, cool, okay. Well, I guess I'm cooking with gasoline. I did try to get on the server earlier. I don't know what it is, man. My PlayStation it does not want to join up. I hosted a multiplayer the other night and didn't seem to have any issues, but it was just me on a map by myself setting a map up. But it let me connect to the multiplayer host servers. But for some reason I can't connect to your server. I don't know why. It gives me the same timeout thing every time and crashes the game. It's a pain in my butt. Here's the biggest pain in my butt. Let's see here. Make sure I'm up there right. What field did it say to? 31. I love being on my PS4. I really do. And there's only one reason why, and here it is. Click, click. Click, click. Oh, I love it. Whee! No, it didn't say 69 bio, you jackass. Oh, rough riding. I love that sound though, when you hit a bad bump and everything in the inside rattles. That's freaking awesome. I keep wanting to hit that one. I want this one. I think this is the field we're looking for. Yeah, that's it. No, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Go ahead and unfold. Spin it. That's one little mirror that's set up correctly. That's awesome. I hear you. How do y'all like having the new little yield percentage in your field info thing? I played with that last night for the longest time. Learned all about mulching and proper times to roll your field, and it was like attending a class last night. Bump. Bumpity bump. That plow needs to drop just a little bit faster. Oh yeah, proper time to roll the field. Okay. I was practicing last night on corn, so this will pertain to you since you do cotton. When you finish with your cotton, before you cultivate or anything, get you a mulcher and run over it. You're not going to see any improvement on the map screen, but mulch the whole field. All it does is chop all the plants down and put them on top of the ground, right? Alright, then come in behind that, because you're supposed to plow after every planting of cotton and corn, right? I think cotton's the same. I know corn is. Okay, so if you run through your cycle, but mulch first. So after mulching, you do your plowing. Hold on a second. I gotta concentrate, or my brain will break. Okay. Harvest, mulch, plow. What was next? That'll bring up stones. Do your stone picking. After stone picking, go straight into, now sprinkle your fertilizer whenever you choose. Then into seeding, and right after you seed, then roll, and then go back and do your field info box on it. You'll see a drastic improvement, and by drastic I mean if you get both fertilizers on it, do the mulching and then the rolling of the seedbed, you'll have the 200 and I think it's 203% yield, maybe 204. It's over 200%. But yeah, that's what I learned last night. The proper time of rolling is after you plant instead of before. This whole time I believe everybody thought that's do I sprinkle it like I'm throwing salt down on the driveway or what? It depends on what you're talking about. If you try to do that with the roller, you might throw your back out. If you're talking about the fertilizer, you can do the fertilizer anytime you want to, in between any of those stages. When you throw your fertilizer doesn't matter. Let's see. Button. Get on my lights. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I folded it when I was supposed to have spun it. Yeah. Get on over there. Hurry up. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. Good job. I think the roller in all only gives you like a extra 2%. But I think everybody agrees a 2% increase is better than a 0% increase. It's one of those type of deals. But the mulching, no, it's 2.5. The rolling gives you 2.5. The mulching gives you 2.5 to the total yield, but it doesn't show up on like fertilizing screen or anything that way. So there was no way for us to track it until the patch came out. So that's an extra 5% yield just by doing those 2 extra passes at the proper time. And according to the map screen, the new map screens, if you read through them, pay attention to them, they'll let you know when to roll. Unless you get frustrated with it like I do most of the time and cut something off because it don't want to load as fast as it used to. See, y'all being in here in the cab with me, y'all are seeing why it takes me so long to do everything now, don't it? Now it all makes sense to y'all. Y'all been looking at me like, why does that old man take so long to get everything done? What the fuck? It's because I'm farming, jackasses. I love this shit. Oh, dear Jesus. Big bumps. I used one of those spaders last night just to try it out instead of using the plow. Very interesting. I don't like the fact that it takes a whole lot longer to get the field done. I did like to have the larger rocks in the field. That was pretty neat. Can I hire you? Hey, dude, if I could ever get back in the server, if I could get on the server with my steering wheel and crap, I could do it. Like I told Brian, I crashed my Xbox on the server the last time I was on. There's too many bells or something. It shut me the fuck down. Took me right out of the equation. I was like, okay, that's a thing. That happens now. In the grand scheme of things, you gotta wonder, is it really worth $8 grand to plow this field? Not my tractor, so I don't care. I'll sit out here and run all this diesel out all night long. That's something I wished I could get rid of, but at the same time, I sort of like having that little pop-up. When y'all type something in chat, it gives me a little pop-up up in the window. I don't know if that comes up on y'all's end or not, and it reminds me to check my chat screen. Yeah, it may have been, Bio. It may have been, no doubt. That's what I was thinking anyway. I was thinking it just couldn't handle it. It pushed the processor too far. Because I don't know, but it don't count a bell limit as far as multiplayer for a total of 200, does it? Because if so, we might have been pushing close to that. I don't know. I was in the process of hauling off a full trailer load with a field of bales. The baler was already acting up on me. I don't know if either one of you went by the field to check what it looked like. I had a worker cut all the grass and just came along behind him baling. Oh, that would hurt my neck. It didn't flip. I just noticed that. It might help if I mash the button, I guess. Yeah, I'm on PS4 right now. If I get everything worked out on my end, y'all are going to be more than welcome to come play on my server. Y'all's got the upgraded systems. Y'all should have less of an issue. I'm probably going to get mine and start it probably around February when all the good maps will be out. Or at least more options will be there to choose from. You need to drop the plow, dumbass. Back up. You're getting ahead of yourself. Don't put the plow on front of the tractor. It's got to be behind. Horse cart, that type of deal. There you go. Drop it and take off. Go forward, jackass. There you go. Good job. I don't know. It might. The only issue with upgrading my PS4 right now to a PS5 is losing the side panel. I'd rather not. That, you know, that's just personal preference. So until something happens on that end, I'm gonna push this PS4 until there's steam coming out of it. Because I love my side panel, and after paying $150 for it 6 months ago, I ain't about to stop using it. I do have a third option. But it's a heartbreaking option. Or semi-heartbreaking option, because I told myself once I left the community I'd never come back. I guess I could go master race. If I go master race though, you know, I'd have to have, you know, I'd have to tune down to stay playing with the guys I play with, you know, because I don't want to not play with y'all guys. So I'd only have to run maps on a server that I could play with y'all guys with. But I'm more likely to go master race, especially for what I can get I can get a good top of the line pre-build a whole lot cheaper than what I can actually get my hands on a PS5 or a new Xbox around in my area anyway. Ooh, I left the line. Ooh, I missed the spot. Well, you don't tell the farmer, I won't tell the farmer, and nobody will know. Going to drive. I do believe this. How many hours? This tractor's got 49.8 hours on it. I believe his gearbox is starting to slip. It does it bad. Every time I try to take off right as I drop the plow, it bobbles. It's like it slips a little. How do y'all like the new worker cost? I know y'all use a lot of workers. I guess y'all taken notice that of all the worker changes in the profits. I assume y'all's profits have went sky high. I went a little too far that time. It happens. Oh, well, you're going to enjoy it, man. Oh, dear Jesus, Diesel. How in the world did you go that far in debt? I guess that's a silly question, but I have to know the answer. It's like a snowball, ain't it? It starts rolling downhill, and the next thing you know, the interest is piling up. And let me guess, you went in 800 grand in debt right before they changed all the mechanics of all the money. Is that not true? I know you didn't just go 800,000 in debt yesterday, because that would piss me off so much. He just kept mashing buttons. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, they've revamped the whole finances, man. Leasing equipment now is awesome. Unless you're playing on, like y'all, single day to a month, because now everything has a monthly fee. So I'm running this. I started it this morning, just long enough to do a couple of contracts, and I'm like, okay, well, let me set up the stream, get the chat windows set up, because that was something I didn't do a lot of streaming before. I did a lot of recording, editing, and then throw it up stuff. Oh, if you're just talking about straight loans for equipment, man, leasing is what I've noticed is leasing now seems to be an actual thing to make decent money starting off. Because you can lease the piece of equipment for a reasonable rate. That's like, I did this one I'm doing this one start from scratch. So you don't start off with anything except that 500,000. Oh, I didn't even check. Hold on a second. I haven't checked my finance. You start off with a loan too, don't you? Yeah, okay. So you start off with a $200,000 loan and a $500,000 balance. And I bought the land that the starting farm sets on. So I got those 3 little fields, the barn, and the red shed that's on it. I don't have a house, so I bought the house trailer, and it's a cute looking little trailer. I like it. The way it sets up on blocks and everything. Hey, that's just a redneck state of mind, you know. So that works out. Let's see. A little bit more. Keep forgetting to flip my plow. I need a memo pad stuck up here on the screen. Flip plow, flip plow. There we go. Oh, it's not even a double wide, dude. It's a single wide trailer. I went by a while ago and I said, well, I made it back to home, sweet mobile home. But I don't have a truck, so I can't attempt to try to pull it nowhere. I don't know if it stays on blocks all the time or if there's an option to move it. I'm only joking. I haven't got that stupid, but that's the joke anyway. Go away, birds. You bother me. That would be awesome. Sort of like the little campers that we had in 19. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's what I was sort of hoping for, is a little tow behind pop-up camper. That would that would come in all kinds of handy for like role play stuff and everything else. You could use it as a starting house to begin with, and then once you progress, you know, you just keep it. Yeah, I'm going camping. Now you can see what I've been griping about. You see how your mirrors do not respond to the lights being on in the back? It's lit up like a Christmas tree back there. It's like daytime. But you look in the mirror, nothing. Black there, black there. Well, I can see a light there, a street lamp way over yonder, and the roof of somebody's house or something. Can't see it from here. Cab blocks the view. But yeah, makes backing up a chore. You have to have the head and neck of an owl so that you can turn your head all the way around. Yeah. Oh, look at there. I remembered to spin it that time. See, that's my biggest complaint from 19 on into 22. But they won't never fix it. Not enough people that make content do it from in the cab. So as long as there's not however many people making content doing it from in cab griping about it, then Giants won't pay no attention to it and won't fix it. Hey, roger that. I have to do that too on occasions. But something as simple as a plow, normally I can back it up without having to, you know, have to use the drone. Even if it's just turn around, look over your shoulder. Most of my trailers, I back them up using a mirror. Oh, I used one of those stupid mother bins last night. Have either one of y'all used one of those just to play with it? And try it out? Thing is freaking awesome. You can break all kinds of things with that mother bin, man. All however many wheels, 12, 13, 18 wheels it's got under it, all of them turn. So you have to be very careful how quick you make your turns. Oh, is it the big one? I was on my test map. I got all kinds of money on there, so I just bought the biggest one. I can't remember how many liters it holds or anything. I just know I was doing a cornfield somewhere over there behind the shop, and I had all kinds of grief. It gave me all kinds of grief trying to get it out of there because the roads are so narrow, you know. I couldn't drag it up. I was driving one of the new Case Steigers, the big old horsepower motor and everything, and I couldn't pull it up right there at the entrance by the shop. I tried to go out the side that comes out right there at the biogas. I can get through that little ditch, but then the rear end wants to swing around and hit trees. I'll have to try the small one out later. It might be easier to work with. The big one's a pain in the butt, man. When that rear end comes around, it comes around quick. I flipped over the Kloss, excuse me. Oh, I flipped over a Kloss tractor that was out here on the field doing the planting. I unloaded the harvester on the run and went to flip around. I thought, oh, he's plenty far enough over there. No, he was not. Flipped him and the planter and everything. That big mother bin showed how big of a mother she was. She was taking out tractors, man, and taking names. I gotta get me a better position for my camera. Keep losing my gears. There we go. I'm having to learn how to shift gears in all these tractors again. I can imagine. Alright, let's watch me really fuck up my driving. The weird part about it is I go out like this and my driving starts suffering. Out of cab, I'm better with a controller than I am the wheel. Unless I keep the camera right behind me. If I keep the camera right behind me, I can usually manage then. Yeah, now all we got to do is get some American trailers. We need an American side skirt. That European one, it clashes with the American trucks. The kingpin is not located where it needs to be for the fifth wheel on an American truck. Works great on a European, but it's placed too far back, so that when you hook up, it's too close to the cab of the American Eagle version of the Mac. How are y'all liking the greenhouses now? Anybody running greenhouses other than me? Because all of that crap's changed too. You can't pick the pallets up. You used to be able to pick all the pallets up by hand. I didn't know you could pick lettuce up by hand, but you could. So I missed out on that. It would have been a whole lot easier just to pick them all up by hand. Well, now you definitely have to use forks. The pallets contain more. I don't know if that makes any sense. I noticed this on my test map last night. The strawberries look a whole lot better. They've changed the system, the way it looks in the production system when you go inside them. They've totally changed that. A lot of little bitty changes they've made that, whether they're good or bad, who knows. Oh no, we could pick up the lettuce ones. I don't know if it worked on the multi-server, but yeah, I've been picking them up for weeks on the PlayStation on my career game. Yeah, all three of them. I couldn't pick up the honey. I had to have something to do it with. But yeah, I've been loading lettuce by hand. It was a whole lot easier. I know the first time I tried on multi-server, I didn't even try to pick it up by hand. I just figured, okay, well, I looked at how much it weighed and I thought, oh, it probably weighs too much, you know, so I got something to lift it with. And then I came into my career game and put me a greenhouse on that one, and I found that out strictly by accident. can't remember what I was doing, but wrong button. But yeah, I ended up clicking on them and it went flipping across the front of the greenhouse, and I was like, ooh, I don't have to have a forklift to do this or anything. Good. So yeah, it was handy, but can't do it no more. Can't even pick the strawberries up. They changed them from 150 liters to 500 liters. So now they weigh a whole lot more. And they did a total revamp on what the strawberry and tomato pallets look like. They don't look the same. So it's a whole new graphical palette. The lettuce still looks the same, but it's denser, if that makes sense. They just changed the numbers on the lettuce palette. But the tomato and strawberry pallets, it had a whole rework on that. And I found last night that you have to be very careful. When I tested them out, you have to be very careful now when trying to use, well, I was using the forklift, the Manitou. And I picked up a pallet of lettuce and the forklift went flying up in the air, flipping over, well, not flipping over, barrel rolling, maybe about 1.5 feet, 2 foot up off the ground with me inside. Needless to say, I thought I was going to throw up. And when I finally hit the button to get out of the forklift, I couldn't find my lettuce anywhere. So I had to look around, and I've got a house built there because it's a test map. Sometimes you need to skip days, you know, doing tests. So I put a house down there right on the field that I'm doing my test on, and it had landed up on the roof of the back side of the house. Because I'm like, well, it couldn't have went far, right? So I'm walking around looking over in the trees and down in a little creek, see if it may have went over there. No, it landed on the roof of the house. I don't know how to get it. I was like, I recorded it. I was like, oh no, I gotta record this. Hey Giants, guess what? This is a thing now. Are y'all gonna pay to have this removed from my roof? Do I have to come up with different machinery to do it with? Do you sell it in game? What's the deal? So I'll publish that later as a short or something. But yeah, it was it was funny to say the least, and a touch bit aggravating. Because, you know, somebody had told me, I was watching somebody else stream after the update, and they're like, yeah, I'm having problems with pallets, it's flipping the forklift. And I'm like, oh God, this ain't good. So I got home, I put a couple of them down, put water in them, forward, there we go. And skipped a couple of days so that they'd start producing things. Grabbed me a Manitou real quick, come over there, and I picked one up, no problem. Pulled it away from the greenhouse, went over there and set it down. Come back, picked up a second one, no problem. I thought, okay, well, maybe this is like pallets being, you know, pallets used to, people complain about they were spawning underground and they couldn't get them up out of the ground. I never had that issue. I never saw it happen. You know, they were talking about the honey pallets. I had bees on my career map, never saw that. I thought, okay, maybe this is one of those things, right? I went back to get that third and last pallet. Oh no, it's a thing. Yeah. I felt like Maverick from Top Gun. I was going, Goose, I can't stand this shit. Stop the rolling. It was not good at all. If I'm lucky, I'll get this plowed and I won't have to come back and do the headlands. Who am I kidding? I'll have to do the headlands anyway. Whether the contract's complete or not, I just won't feel right if I don't. How far are we into this field? Oh dear God, we're not even halfway. What a pain in my ass. I wouldn't mind doing this so much if they'd have gave me a slightly bigger plow, slightly bigger tractor. This one doesn't seem size appropriate for the size of the field. Keep leaving massive chunks on the headlands like that, I'll have to do them all just to get the contract complete. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just talent. I'm not sure what that comment was about. I was running off at the head. You know, running off at the head. Sort of like 69 needs to be plowed. Oh yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I was able to do that without ramps being set up. Ambulance personnel was not notified. We had no emergency crew. It was just spontaneous. I'm like, oh hell, why not? I've seen a whole lot more herbicide spraying contracts pop up too. I think that was what was broke with the contract system. Everybody was complaining about the grains. What I found on my career mode is if I took one of those grain contracts that had a whole lot of weeds in the field, I didn't have enough. But if I took a grain contract and the field didn't have weeds in it, I had enough. So yeah, that was a thing. And everybody was complaining about it. I made the comment in Silly Peas chat about it. And this other guy goes, well, we shouldn't have to scout the fields. If they're offering the contract, I just want to do it and get the money. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just speaking as a subcontractor, you know. I don't take the contractor's word that the job can be done in this amount of time and that what can be done can be done. I go and examine it and see if it can actually happen, especially if it's going to be my butt on the line, you know. I said, luckily this is a game, but you know, if you deal with it in real life things, you know, you sort of like, I don't know about that. Because I seen a harvest contract for like wheat or barley one, it was paying like 16, 17 grand. I'm like, oh, that's easy money, man. I went down there and got it, or got the contract, went ahead and accepted it, and went down there before I heard any talk about it. And when I got down there, the first thing I noticed was all the weeds that were in the crop. And I'm like, oh, this ain't good. I'm not going to make a lot of money after I'm done. I thought there'll be just enough to complete the contract and that's it. Oh no, it's a whole lot worse than that. But I don't know. I didn't notice any penalty for not completing the contract. Maybe I missed it. I'm not saying there isn't any, other than, you know, maybe having your pride hurt a little bit and wasted your time down there doing it type of thing. So I took that as a learning lesson. I didn't think, oh, well, I didn't get enough stuff to finish the contract. It must be broken. I thought, oh, okay, that makes sense. It had all those weeds in it. I better pay attention. So from then on, I just paid attention. If I found one that didn't have weeds in it, I would do it and always get the contract finished. And sometimes you get those great fields that don't have no weeds in it because you've got 2 fertilization states on it because you did the fertilizing jobs, and then it pays off in bundles because you get the contract amount plus all the extra grain to sell. So more money, more money, more money. I know I could be making a bigger hit, but I'm trying to even this up as best I can so that I can sort of run a straight line down the field. I damaged the grass. I ran too far. I want to get real good at this and start running with allow create fields on all the time. That way, if you make a mistake, there it is. It's there for everybody to see. You drop that plow when you ain't supposed to, there it is. You went too far. And this ain't too bad out of cab. Get to watch your tractor go down the field. All these nice nifty camera angles. I don't see how silly Pete, well, yeah, I do too. He hires a worker. It's never the same person sitting in the cab. I was thinking to say, I don't see how he holds it straight though, because it sort of pulls one way and the other, depending on what job you're doing. But a worker always holds a straight line. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've noticed most of these farmers in game, they do not do all of the work to get the highest yield. But most of the time, I have also noticed that the fields that most of the harvest contracts come up on, you're also able to do most of the other jobs. Like, I'm doing the plowing to this field now. I've got this number wrote in my little notepad to let me know that I've done work to this. And that way, the next time it comes up, I'll improve it even more. So, I'm only helping myself that way. Let's see, I need to flip gears. Because if I'm the one that gets a contract to come back to this field. Oh, 26 buttons to mash, and you mash the wrong one. If I'm the one that gets to come back and do the harvest contract on it, then it pays off that I did the plowing, I did the fertilizing, spraying if it asked for it. So I've got to set the cruise so that I can come up here and... It's too dark. Hey, baby. I guess this is a T7. I was trying to get a glimpse of the hood, see if it was a T7. I appreciate y'all guys coming by, man. I sent Brian that message because I know you told me he worked at home. I thought, okay, well, if anybody's got a second to spare, it had to be Brian, right? I didn't know what your schedule was like. And I was trying to get somebody to come in there to make sure my mic wasn't, the tractor wasn't overpowering the mic. I've seen a bunch of people here lately where when they come out of cab view like this, the tractor gets so loud, and it's still real loud on me, like especially from like right there. I mean, I can barely hear my music playing in the background in the headphones. I don't have it playing through to y'all. I just got Spotify running on the phone, but I can barely hear Leo singing, and you know how he sings. Okay, so I can barely hear him at all over the tractor. And I'm like, well, I want people to be able to hear my voice over the tractor. So I think we got all the volume set right. That right there is the loudest the tractor will be. And as long as I'm coming through okay above it, then I don't see a problem. But most of the time, if I'm going to be out of cab, I'm going to be about that far back anyway. Good deal. The only thing this headset's missing is a wind cover. I got to buy me one of those little spongy doohickey thingamabobs that fit on the mic. I gotta figure out a way to set me up a timer on here. I guess I'll have to do it on my phone or whatever. I don't want to be one of those guys either. I got this guy, he's from over in the UK somewhere. I watch him on occasions or listen to him on occasions, because you can't never tell how long he's gonna go. So it's good background noise in the truck, you know. Like yesterday morning, I started work. He was online streaming. It was about lunchtime. And I drove for like 10.5 hours to get back down here to Alabama. He was still streaming the whole time. So I just had Farming Sim playing over the speakers and him chit-chatting about what he was doing and new things from the update. And I'm like, oh dear God, this guy, he's a freaking maniac, man. How do you expect to build up a big following on a channel if all your streams, I got to flipping through him the other night, all of his streams are like 5, 6, 7, 10 hours long, and I'm like, dear God, man, you're a maniac. I said, keep doing, hey, keep farm on, man, farm on. I was doing videos on my old channel for Farm Sim 19 before I bought the Xbox, and I had a guy I know, works the same place I do, drives for the same place, however you want to say it. His little son, I guess he's like 12 or 13, he got into it hard watching me. He's like, you need to do a live stream. I was like, why do I need to do a live stream? I don't know nothing about doing that stuff. I said, most of the guys I see do that, they have computers and they got all these pop-ups and they got cameras. Oh no, man, you ain't got to have all that. Just do a live stream. Set you a goal. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, you only got like 4 or 5 subscribers, right? He said, no, that's the wrong button. Set you a goal, like say when you hit 10 subscribers, you're going to do a live stream. He goes, and you'll be amazed, man. I think you'll get a lot of subs if you do a live stream. I'm like, all right, if you say so. And he was right about that. You'd be amazed about how many people somehow or another find you and stop by and check it out. I don't know how that works. But I didn't know anything about streaming at all. And I think I streamed that time for like 5.5 hours. And then he came by the house the next weekend. He goes, look, man, you don't need to stream that long. Not even I can watch it that long. I said, well, see, you got to teach this old dog these new tricks. I don't know nothing about all that. I get going, I just lose track of time. I just play. Plowing makes me chain smoke like a mug. Forward. Oh, I keep forgetting I gotta let go of the accelerator or it won't go back the other direction. It's just a hair bit more complicated than the controller. Not a whole lot. Well, that was a thing. It just happened. Could you hear my end of that phone conversation? Unfortunately, my phone feeds into my headset, and I'm sitting here looking at everything in front of me like, okay, what do I mash now to pause? There's no pausing of a stream. I don't have a pause button. So, yeah, okay, this is going to happen. Take a phone call. Oh, it just totally cut my sound off for the mic and everything? Okay, interesting. Interesting to know. Good deal. I was setting up work for next week. Have me a little something to do. I might lose my butt doing it, but oh well, at least it'll be busy work. Okay, roger that. I'll have to make sure I file that away in my memory so that next time it happens, I'll just answer the call and keep gaming. Because I was looking at like, oh shit, that phone's gonna send him to voicemail if I don't hurry up and answer it. I need to answer it because I don't want to have to call him back. I hate being put on hold, so I try not to call the office. I talk to them when they call me. We got that mad Christmas dash going on. Plants and factories are closing down, and not everybody's closed at the exact same time, so he's trying to get his ducks in a row and see who wants to do extra stuff, who don't want to do nothing, or one of those deals. In on my playtime. His first question is, hey man, what you doing? I said, I'm goofing around on the PlayStation. What the hell you want? You cutting into my playtime? He just laughed. He goes, yeah, I know how that goes. Oh. Okay, I'm tired of being in the dark. Yeah, definitely, you know, boss man just don't seem to understand. I had plowing to do, man. I'm tired of being in the dark. Oh, well, I couldn't have timed that no better. Like I knew the rain was coming. Don't tell me that it just... Okay, that's just weird weather. It rained for a minute. If that.
got it.
All right, bye, man. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm gonna call it a day for now. I might be back in here later. If so, I'll text you and let you know, or do that YouTube thing if you want to, and that way, if I go live or post that clip I was telling you about, you'll be able to check it out. Have a good one, man.